You get me.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Larry O, back in the studio again. Last week, I got on the phone with the homie, the legend, Curtis King. If you don't know Curtis King, you better go like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. He's a legend in the production community. So we got on the phone last week, and we started talking and brainstorming about how we could collab on something. He came up with the idea of making our own drum kits using household items. We both took microphones, went around our houses, recorded random sounds, sinks, toilets, blenders, like you name it, we recorded it. What we're gonna do is design our own drum kits from scratch and then share those drum kits with each other and then make a random beat out of them using each other's drum kits. And then we're gonna give those drum kits to you guys as well to use, download for free. So what I'm gonna do in this video is design that drum kit right now from scratch. I have all the raw files set, named, and ready to go, and we're gonna just design these drums from scratch right now. So with that being said, guys, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, comment, share this with a friend if you get me. Start with like some kick drums. I know that I can get a kick drum out of the couch. Double click on it, open up in Edison, you can highlight that, and then kind of create a brand new sample just like that. Make sure that you get only the piece that you want. Click and drag it onto the playlist, and then you have that sample all by itself. I messed with the sample starting point, and then I turned the pitch down a little bit. Let's throw it in a mixer track. Let's throw like an R bass mono on it real quick. An EQ, see what frequencies we're working with here. Let's do like a harsh, like low cut on this section right here. Give it a boost. And maybe even like a distortion before that R bass. Slightly distort it before it hits that. Cut the highs out. I want to make the sample a little bit shorter too. Let's throw another EQ. Let's throw a limiter on it. L2 mono. So I like the low end, but I'm not sure about the high end on that. So I kind of want to like take another sound and put it on top of that. Now let's record this kick drum into Edison. That way we have our new sample. So it looks way more like a kick drum than it did before. Pull that into the sampler. Let's clip it a little bit. So I have these cleaning wipes right here. Take the highs from the cleaning wipes and blend it with the lows of the couch hit. Those two together are gonna sound really dope. Make this unique. Now let's put them in like a pattern together. Yeah, I like that a lot more already. Let's throw that into its own mixer channel. Let's EQ that a certain way. Take the lows out of that one now. It could almost double as a percussion after too. But right now we're gonna use it for some highs in this kick drum. Now let's record those two together. Go to Edison. Now we have our kick drum recorded. Let's trim it up. Let's normalize it. Let's drag it into the sampler. Delete those two. Actually, let's trim this guy. I like that better. Trim this. I like that a lot now. There we go. We just made our own kick drum. Now let's record that again because we did a little bit more processing to it. Now we can save this one. Normalize that guy. Make sure that it's trimmed all the way to the beginning and you get the exact tail that you want on the end of it. Sounds good. So file, save sample as. We're gonna name this couch kick. Our kick drum is saved. Next, I think I'm gonna make a snare or a clap. I took like a bunch of ice cubes. I took them out of the tray in the freezer and like threw them into the garbage disposal and just like turned the garbage disposal on and let it go. So it was making some crazy noise. Hey, that's a snare. Let's throw an EQ on that. Let's throw a compressor on it. Let's try blending this sample with that one also. It's like the same thing, me getting like the ice cube or whatever, but I think blending it might sound cool. Like the super high right there. Throw in its own mixer track. Sounds pretty cool. Not bad for an ice cube snare. Let's record that to Edison real quick, so that way we have both of those sounds combined with each other. Make sure that it's the Edison on the master channel, that way we get both of those sounds combined. Hit record. Not bad for a snare drum, huh? Let's get this like little tail out of there. Normalize it. Pretty dope. Save sample as icy snare. All right, so we got a kick and we got a snare. Let's see what else we can get. I think I can make two things. I'm gonna make like a percussion loop with it, and I'm also gonna make a rim shot with me like putting it down on the counter. So let's listen to that real quick by itself. But when I recorded it, I gave it like a tempo already. We're gonna make a shaker percussion loop type of thing out of it. And let's EQ. There's like some noise in the background, which is cool because it adds to the texture of the sound. Yeah, that's good. Make sure that there's an even amount of shape. Let's pitch it down a little bit. Let's give it a little stereo separation. Let's go to Edison. Let's record it. Beautiful. Trim it, normalize it, and let's save it. Pepper, perk, loop. You get me. I heard something else over here. Rim shot. Let's get that guy. Make it unique. I'm not gonna have to do much to this. It already sounds like a mixer track. EQ it. Sounds pretty good. Let's go to the master, Edison, and let's record that guy. Perfect. A nice rim shot. Make sure it's normalized. Save it. Let's call this icy rim shot. Bam. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the garbage disposal noise, but I don't know, the first thing that popped in my head is making like some sort of riser. So what I want to do is take like the most impactful part of that, which is that. It's kind of harsh right there. Make it unique. Throw it into a mixer. Throw tons and tons of reverb on it. And then let's throw Edison to record that. Record the whole tail so we can have a nice long riser. Normalize that. Trim the dead space out of the beginning of this. Let's drop it down into the playlist. Let's reverse it. Trim the end off of this a little bit. Normalize again. Let's give it a little bit of stereo delay. A little bit of stereo delay. Throw this into another mixer track and let's EQ that a bit. Yeah, sounds kind of cool. Nice little riser. Let's go to the master, Edison, hit record. We'll just hit play. Ladies and gentlemen, garbage disposal riser. Let's like fade in a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Normalize again just in case, get it nice and loud, and let's save it. We're just gonna call this a garbage riser. So now we got a kick drum, a riser, a rim shot, a snare, a percussion loop. So I wanna do a few more sounds. I might do a couple of different variations of kick drums and snares that I might not show in this video because I wanna stack this kit up with at least a couple of everything. I think it'll make a really good stomp with some reverb. Let's solo that out. That first one specifically, that's gonna make a fire stomp. Trim that, throw it into a mixer, add some reverbs. So what I'm doing here is stretching it and pitching it down a little bit to give it more of that like tail in before the stomp. Maybe fade it in a little bit, throw an EQ on there. So in this mode section, I'm gonna go to stretch, and when you click that stretch option right there, what it's gonna do is every time you hit like a lower note on the keyboard, it's not gonna stretch it. It actually does the opposite of what it says. And that's what I want for the stomp right there. I'm also gonna stereo delay it a little bit. So when I go to record that in Edison right now, I'm gonna hit these three notes together. Edit, cut, record, and then stomp. And I'm gonna leave that distortion. I'm not gonna like re-record that. You can see right there, that red, I think that means that it's being distorted a little bit, but that's cool. I want that right now. That's a nice little stomp right there. Save sample, garbage stomp. So I'm looking for a hi-hat, and I think I found it in the toaster oven. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna find like the loudest one in here, and I'm just gonna take it, and I'm gonna make a closed hi-hat. Let's make that unique, normalize it. Gonna have to EQ this guy. Oh, that's already good. That's gonna be a great hi-hat. Let's throw that into the mixer, throw an EQ. And as you guys can see, like I'm not doing anything like too crazy with third-party plugins. Like this is all just the tools that FL Studio has to offer, you know, the sampling tools. I'm not going above and beyond using anything crazy or wild. These are things that you can do yourself as well to create your own drum samples and your own melody samples, your own bells, your own, like anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it just like that. That's a great hi-hat sound. Let's give it a little bit of stereo delay. Gives it a little bit of character. I think it's kind of dope. Let's go to Edison. You know the deal. Record it. Got ourselves a good old-fashioned hi-hat. Fade it out. Let's normalize it. Beautiful. Save it. So we're gonna call it toaster closed hat. I think I'm gonna make something that you can make a melody out of. So I'm gonna tune it up. I'm gonna get a little beep in here, maybe throw some reverb, and I'm basically make a one shot for you guys to make some chords out of. Make it unique. We can stretch it. So I'm just gonna EQ it a little bit. Maybe throw some distortion on it. Let's use RC20. Normalize. Let's drag it over here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and record a C for you guys. So that way you can have a tuned little one shot right here that you can make some cool melodies and chords with. Normalize it. Boom. Now we have a C. I'll give it to you guys dry so that way you can put your own reverb in, but it has like some distortion on it right now, which is sounding pretty cool. That is a microwave bell. I'm gonna make a nice bell out of this one. Make it unique, fade out a little bit. EQ, throw a little bit of distortion on there again. Oh, that's dope. Tune that to F sharp. What I think I'm gonna do is record like 3 or 2 octaves of C. Yeah, so that's gonna be tuned to C also for you guys, so you can go right ahead, it's all tuned up. Hit record and play. Make sure we get that whole reverb tail. Let's do a fade out, let's listen to it. Undo the fade out. Perfect, let's save it. Water bell. Here's another bell sound that I can throw in the mix for you guys too. I'll edit it up and you can use it as like a transition, like an impact or a one shot, anything. Dope. Get a little bit of that beginning, make it unique, normalize it, trim that little ending. So again, I'll tune this up for you guys as well. Detect pitch regions, and it seems to be in a C already. Just throw it in a mixer, let's throw an EQ on it. I'm gonna make this one shot a little bit beefier for you guys, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier with that water bottle bell. All right, so this is the toaster oven bell. We'll do a C down here, and then a C up further. Let's throw some reverb on that too. Edison. Normalize. Yeah, we got a lot of bells, but they sound fire, so you guys are gonna have a lot of bells to work with. Toaster bell. We got a water bottle bell and a microwave bell. We got a lot of bells. We can kind of do like a texture for like the background. I know like if you guys watch my videos, you know I like to do a lot of texture stuff. So I think that the sink and the water running will give like a dope texture. I'm not gonna do too much to it, honestly. I think just maybe EQing it and maybe giving it some stereo separation will do. Maybe a little bit of reverb, and then you guys can use that as a texture for the background for your beats and stuff. That might be a dope clap. So let's take this and we're gonna make that unique, and we're gonna change the starting point. Look at this in Edison, because I want to like kind of trim this end off right here, and then maybe trim the beginning. Throw this into the mixer, just throw an EQ on that, get rid of some lows. Let's maybe do some stereo delay. Let's slow it down a little bit, see what that sounds like. You guys can use it as a white noise style kind of thing. Yeah, let's throw that into the Edison real quick. And you get that shut off at the end. Let's normalize it. Trim this dead space at the beginning. Yeah, I definitely want to do something with the end of that right there. Save that to the kit, and we're gonna name that sync texture. I don't know what we're gonna use that for, but I like it. Make that unique. That's another snare. That's like a drippy snare. I like it. Let's do it. Drip snare, boy. There it is. I like that little beginning too. That's beautiful. Normalize. That's dope. All right, we got ourselves another snare. Drip snare. Yeah, get me. Let me save this whole project before I screw myself, because it's been going on a little over an hour now and I haven't even saved it. I don't know what we're naming it yet. By this time you guys will know the name. Right now I don't know the name. We got a kick, a drip snare, a garbage riser, a garbage stomp, an icy rim shot, an icy snare, a microwave bell one shot, a pepper shaker, percussion loop, a sync texture, a toaster bell, a toaster closed hi-hat, and a water bell. So far, we have 12 samples in here. I'm gonna try to get a bunch more for you guys. All right, guys, so that about wraps this video up. I'm gonna go ahead and make some more sounds, and you guys can grab that for free in the description below. It's the first link in the description. So that about does it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Share this with a friend if you get me.